Alright, and we're back. It's been at least 12 hours or so since we finished this head up, or at least sculpting the head. I personally like how it came out. I guess we'll have to see it colored wise. However, as I had mentioned, I want to take off the color that's here on the sides. I want to remove that because his hair is not that dark. He has it shaved up, the whole sides. So we're going to need, since I'm not taking off everything, and we're just taking off the sides, instead of using a cotton ball, we're going to use Q-tips or cotton swabs. We're going to use this so we can be able to get this hair and be able to go in that way. So for that, we're going to need the Q-tips, obviously, and the acetone. So we're going to use a little bit of this. Always be very careful using this. Make sure you wet that up. And you're just going to rub on here. See how it comes off? Gonna follow it up. So we're just again getting the color off. Don't want to leave it too soaked up in there. Maybe we should have tried this before we did the sculpting, right? This is my first time actually ever doing this, FYI. But at least with the Q-tip and doing this other part here. I've never done it like this. I've always used the regular cotton swabs. I'm usually doing, I'm just, you know, not worried about keeping another part or something like that. Let me see this. It's one side, and now to do the other. Probably want to notice when you're doing it with the Q-tips, you just want to keep making sure that they're, excuse me, that they're well colored, or you know, that they have enough acetone on them. Poured a little bit in here and it literally all soaked up already into the Q-tips. try to get as much of it as you can. Just get in there as much as possible. Okay. This doesn't actually, it's not affecting the actual clay that we just sculpted onto there. At least not yet, because it's not painted. If it was painted, then it would be removing that paint as well. And keep in mind that even if you actually seal up some paint, after like you finish the complete custom, you can technically just use acetone and wipe it all off again. And even with it being sealed, literally did nothing. So, you know, you just always want to be careful of that, because it would come off if you do this on another area. Boom. So we removed that off. Now we got this okay. Technically, you probably even leave the sides like that, but we're gonna attempt to paint it up. Yeah, we're gonna attempt that. All right, so let's put this on hold. All right, so now we're gonna paint this up. I'm gonna move this stuff to the side. I got my Citadel paints. This is the brand I like to use. I like to use the Air version because it's already thinned out, so I don't have to worry about thinning them out anymore. So we're gonna paint the hair, and then let's see how we can get the sides to go looking. But we're gonna paint that up and see where we end up. Okay. First, we're gonna do the hair. Put the brush a little bit. I like this. This one is called Abandoned Black. It's not like that deep black. There's another one that's darker than this one. But it just so dark. Almost looks fake. So I like using this one at least. You're going to go over this a few times. Obviously, you want the colors to blend in with each other. Here you can just go a little crazier on here. This is why it's easier to do this when it's off the figure, because then you don't have to be afraid of painting the actual figure. just make sure you're careful, go around there, else you're going to lose that little detail that we added to there. And then it's just going to, you know, be in there useless. Remember, you're just worrying about coating everything initially. So it doesn't have to like completely take it. You got to go through coats, but you want to make sure they're light, thin coats. You don't want the paint to like get clogged up. See? So for the sides, what I like to do is, so this one's called the White Scar. It's their thinned out version of it. Just gonna put a little bit here. I didn't bring anything to put my actual paint in, so I'm just gonna use this glop of extra hardened, the hardened clay that I already used for epoxy. I'm just gonna use that to mix this part up a little bit. Just gonna grab a little bit of black, put that here on the side, and mix this up a little bit. I'm just mixing up and making like a little kind of making that shaved off look. So we're going to try this out, alright? Grab some here. You want to go for kind of like a grayish color, but like not fully mixed in. That way you get a little bit of green of a different color. And let's try this out. Remember, you're just essentially going to follow the line that it already had before. Just going for that shaved look in here. So you want to make sure you get some of that in here. It's okay, remember, we're not going for like the full color, so it's okay if it kind of looks thinned out because it's a shaved look. So let's go on the other side now. And if you actually look close enough, you see like where it was marked at before. So you can be able to kind of like go over that part there. Okay. Now we have that shaved look. Not purposely trying to leave there we go. That looks better. Boom. How's that look, guys? Acceptable to you? And then, since the other part is on the clay, it's already dried up enough that you can go hit it with another round of black. These paints do not take long to dry up. You always just want to make sure. The epoxy absorbs a lot of the paint, the color. Still have the detail in there, so you're still able to see the color. Excuse me, like the depth. don't neglect the bottom, the portion here. All right, we're good to go. So this is how, again, I do it. Everyone's different how they do this stuff, but this is how I do it. You saw what brands I use. You saw my technique. You saw how I got the depth in the hair. So give it a try. By all means, you don't know what you can do until you do it and try it. And even so, you should still try it. Sorry, I don't know what the hell just happened there. I think my stand just fell a little bit. There we go. All right. Anyway, so here it is. And hopefully you guys try it out for yourselves. And hopefully it works for you. Let me know. We still need to seal it. And what I normally use to seal when I use clay is this. There's a matte finish, which is supposed to be not as glossy. Then there's a gloss finish, which, you guessed it, it's supposed to be glossy. So use whichever one works for you, whatever look you're going for, okay? Thanks for watching. Peace.